Sheriff Victor Hill charged with federal crimes. We're taking you page by page through the indictment.
And all new this hour, why some say they support his tough-on-crime approach.
What kind of job do you think he's doing?
From what I see, it seems like he's doing a good job.
Live, local, late-breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 5 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon. I'm Linda Stouffer in today for Joe Moore.
And I'm George Estevez. So glad you're here. So, our first story, he spent years as the sheriff of Clayton County, cultivating a tough-on-crime persona. But now, a federal grand jury indictment charges Sheriff Victor Hill with multiple civil rights violations against jail inmates. The indictment lists 4 victims, and the violations involve the illegal use of a restraint chair, which we reported on before. We have live Team 2 coverage of this major story.
Channel 2's Tom Jones is standing by with reaction from both sides on what Victor Hill calls a politically motivated case. But we're going to begin with the investigation. In the last 90 minutes, we learned a federal judge granted Victor Hill bond. Channel 2's Richard Elliott is live outside the Richard B. Russell Federal Building in downtown Atlanta. And Richard, it looks like Hill is now free from custody.
You know, there are 2 main exits from the federal courthouse that most people come in and out of. We were outside one. We had a photographer outside that second one. And just about 45 minutes ago, we got some video of what appeared to be Victor Hill leaving the courthouse. Prosecutors say they believe Hill violated the Constitution when he ordered those 4 jail detainees held in restraint chairs for no other reason, they say, than to punish them. We were there outside of federal court as what looks like Clayton County Sheriff Victor Hill climbed into an unmarked SUV and left the courthouse. Just minutes earlier, a judge granted Hill a $50,000 bond after a grand jury indicted the sheriff on 4 counts of depriving 4 different detainees of due process and their constitutional rights. When federal agents say he personally ordered jail personnel to strap the 4 people into restraint chairs as punishment.
Hill deprived the detainees of their due process rights because the use of such force was unreasonable, unnecessary, and amounted to punishment.
FBI Assistant Special Agent in charge Chris McCrae said they have to work to restore trust in law enforcement.
Badges and guns don't come with the authority to ignore the Constitution. They come with the responsibility to protect it from anyone who would violate it, especially another public servant.
These felony charges carry a maximum of 10 years in prison. Obviously, when Victor Hill left, he did not have a comment. However, right after he left, we were able to speak with his attorney who called the indictment a disgrace and nonsense. We're working to get that interview together for you for Channel 2 Action News at 6. We're live in downtown Atlanta. Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News.
And we'll follow every step of this as it heads towards trial. Richard, thank you.
Our live Team 2 coverage continues now with Channel 2's Tom Jones, live for us in Clayton County. And Tom, today, you spent the day speaking to people who support Hill, and also you talked to people who say, look, he's just gone too far.
Yeah, George, I've covered the sheriff for several years since he left the police department several years ago. People in this county absolutely love his focus on crime fighting. Then there are those who have no love for the sheriff for several reasons, including how he treats detainees in what the sheriff calls the toughest paramilitary jail. Talk to people who live in Clayton County about Sheriff Victor Hill, and you'll find those who absolutely love him.
Well, he gets his job done. That's what I like about him.
Crime fighter?
Crime fighter. Yeah.
You will also find those who are lacking in love for the controversial sheriff.
You got any thoughts about Victor Hill?
No. No. Don't even ask him.
Don't even ask.
Like you might not like him.
The longtime sheriff has a strong reputation for fighting crime and cleaning up the county.
He don't play no games.
He get down to it.
He get to it, yo.
He also has a reputation for firing employees and arresting people for repeatedly emailing or calling him. Hill runs the jail in a paramilitary-style fashion. You must face the wall and stand at attention when he walks in.
He's not always protecting and serving the county like he should.
A federal grand jury indicted Hill. He's accused of putting detainees in restraining chairs for hours as punishment. People who support the sheriff admit he can go overboard.
Sometimes, he might be a little excessive, but, other than that, he's good.
Hill's detractors weren't surprised he was indicted.
I haven't experienced anything personal, but from what I heard and what he's indicted on, kind of lines up.
And people often bring up the incident where the sheriff accidentally shot a friend of his. He received probation for that incident, but these charges are much more serious. The sheriff says he will continue to focus on fighting crime and let his legal team speak for him. We're live in Clayton County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
So, Tom, I guess strong opinions on both sides of the Victor Hill debate is an understatement. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
And Tom mentioned it, but Victor Hill has had a controversial run in public life. Here's just some of what we've covered. He fired about 24 deputies on his first day as sheriff in 2005. They were later reinstated, and Clayton County settled a $6.5 million lawsuit. Hill lost re-election in 2008. Voters then re-elected him in 2012. Despite facing more than 24 corruption charges. A jury acquitted him in 2013. And in 2015, the sheriff faced those criminal charges after accidentally shooting a real estate agent at a home for sale in Gwinnett County. He pleaded no contest to reckless conduct and paid a fine. We're also talking to one of the people listed in the indictment as a victim of the civil rights violations. We'll have that for you all new on Channel 2 Action News at 6.
Developing now at 5, a deadly shooting today in this home in northwest Atlanta. Police say a man was already dead when they got here to Baker Road in Grove Park. One man is now in custody, suspected of the crime. Police have not said if they know what led to that shooting.
We have learned the name of another victim in Saturday's just horrific crash on I-85 in Gwinnett County. 6 people died, 10 were injured. While police are going over the van to figure out what caused it to roll and burst into flames. You can see it just destroyed. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas spoke to the family of one of the victims in Cobb County.
We met the grieving family just up the road here in Kennesaw. They had just come back from the funeral home, grieving, but they say they wanted to talk because they want to have answers as to why their 26-year-old daughter died just as she was getting her life back on track.
I said, that's my boo bear, my baby girl.
Steve Paris just spent the past few hours planning his 26-year-old daughter's funeral.
I need closure for my baby girl. She was daddy's little girl.
The family says Ashley Paris was one of 16 people in this van Saturday night. They were part of a sobriety recovery group headed to a meeting. The van rolled as it took the ramp to 985 and burst into flames.
I need answers why my daughter is dead. Was it because it was overcrowded? Was it because somebody hit the vehicle?
Or was it a combination of both?
Or was it a combination of both?
Gwinnett police confirmed they continue to look for those same answers, too. So far, investigators say they have no concrete proof another vehicle was involved. They plan to go over what's left of the van to try and find answers of any collision and are also interviewing the 10 survivors. The medical examiner's office still working to identify all 6 deceased victims. And if it was another vehicle,
yeah,
they need to take responsibility.
They need to step up.
The Paris family will hold services for Ashley on Sunday, praying that by then they will have at least some answers to their questions and maybe a resemblance of closure.
This is my baby girl.
Her parents say Ashley's best friend was also in the van when it rolled over. She survived and is coming over to meet with the family at some point tonight. In Cobb County, Tony Thomas, Channel 2 Action News.
Now let's get to the coronavirus outbreak and some big news today. The Atlanta-based CDC issued new guidelines today for people who've been fully vaccinated, and it means life is getting closer to normal for them. The CDC says fully vaccinated people can take masks off at small outdoor gatherings, but people who have not been vaccinated should still keep them on. And everyone should continue to avoid medium to large gatherings without a mask. President Biden addressed the nation this afternoon.
The bottom line is clear. If you're vaccinated, you can do more things more safely, both outdoors as well as indoors.
A lot of people talking about this debate today, so we have Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez on it, live in Smyrna. And Taisha, Smyrna, that city, they lifted their mask mandate this week.
Yeah, you know, George, officials here in Smyrna decided to do away with their mask mandate because they just felt like it was time. Now, we're doing a live report from this park, which is Taylor Bronner Park, because normally this place would be full with food trucks for Food Truck Tuesday. That's been on hold since the pandemic, but starting May 11th, they're starting it back up, and no one has to wear a mask.
I think that's great that Smyrna's lifting the mask mandate.
Margaret Zarowitz got a lot done during the pandemic. She had her first child.
Just simple things like going to the grocery store and not being able to take my baby because of the pandemic has been very difficult.
She's fully vaccinated now, along with a third of our country, so she's ready to get back into the swing of things without wearing a mask.
I think that that's our first step of getting back to some sort of normalcy, and I'm really excited for our community to have that.
Residents like Alicia Johnson feel a bit differently.
I think everybody should wear a mask because it's serious. People are dying and stuff, and this is a real thing, you know?
She's constantly on the move, delivering food for DoorDash, so she thinks Smyrna officials are lifting the mask mandate too soon.
That doesn't make any sense. That's just stupid. They're just following behind people who are just too lazy to put something over their face. It only takes 2 seconds, and you can get a mask from anywhere nowadays.
Neil Blackman said she wasn't leaving her house without a mask before, but now that she's fully vaccinated, she's loving living mask-free, and she hopes her grandchildren won't have to wear them much longer.
I think we need to uplift all of these restrictions, though. I really do.
Awesome.
And hopefully everything will stay good.
Now, I just want to be clear, if you want to wear a mask in the city of Smyrna, no one is going to stop you. It's just not a requirement anymore. We did see some businesses downtown that had signs in their doors that still said you have to wear a mask, and some of those businesses said they're going to keep with that. We'll talk more about that in the next hour. For now, we're live in Cobb County. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action News.
It's about common sense, Taisha, and also following the rules in other people's houses, I guess. Taisha, thank you. And to help make this simple, the CDC did this. They issued this new graphic today, so here it is. The left column lists activities. The middle illustrates how fully vaccinated people should behave. The right column is for unvaccinated people, and you can see how fully vaccinated people are in the clear to do everything except attend crowded outdoor events while unmasked.
Temperatures now near 80 degrees. I'm tracking a warm up into the mid-80s, then looking ahead towards a cold front, bring a few showers and knock us back down to the 70s. I'll break down the timing for all of this coming up.
A high school cheerleader dead of a drug overdose. A 25-year-old man charged. Now her father is furious. He's been granted bond.
It's breaking our family. It's breaking our hearts. We just miss her so much.
New this hour, that father's warning for parents.
With millions getting fully vaccinated, how do you know it's working inside you? How some are now testing their shot, but why some health experts say you don't need to.